All right, so here it is in all of its glory and all of its wonder. Bossk ECL. This is a copy from a gentleman named Chrono. Very, very good deck technician. I am not, so all props to Chrono. This has been so fun. Thank you so much for bringing this to the community. So the reasons we're running ECL are pretty obvious. This is a smaller mid-range type deck. You want to get off to a fast start, and there's a lot of ways to do that on its own early on without ECL, but ECL can really put the nail in the coffin, turn 5, turn 6, and really, really go ahead and close the game out. We also have Guild Target here first up. It is a bounty upgrade, 0 cost, and whenever you collect the bounty, you deal 2 damage to a base. If the unit is unique, deal 3 damage instead. Card's great on its own in a lot of different ways. 0 cost is just really great anyway. It's kind of an action that you can, kind of sandbag your opponents a little bit, as well as use really, it works really well with Bossk's ability, as well as Dengar, who we'll talk about in a minute. You can do some really awesome fast starts with Guild Target in your hand in combination with some other cards. Next up, we have Bounty Hunter's Quarry. It is another bounty upgrade, 1 cost. When you collect the bounty, you search the top 5 cards of your deck, or 10 cards instead. If this unit is unique, for a unit that costs 3 or less, play it for free. So basically, you kill a unit. If it is unique, you get to look at the top 10 cards. If it is not unique, you look at the top 5 cards and pull out a 3 or less and play it for free. You will see that this is going to be one of the cornerstones, one of the cornerstones of this deck, in a lot of different ways, because it helps with a lot of the inputs that we need to go ahead and combo out and get max damage out. Pairs well with Boss Bounty. I mean, it's insane. If you can collect it twice, that's 2. You've got phase 3 Dark Troopers in here you can pull out to save your butt if you need it. And paired with the bounty on Bossk, you can double claim the bounty, pull out Toro on your first bounty hunter, and then you can pull out maybe something like Reputable Hunter or a Dengar, and you can ready your Toro that turn. So that's a big play. That's a big combo for us. Next up, we have Deathmark. It is another bounty upgrade, 2 cost. When the bounty is collected, you draw 2 cards. Obviously, best case scenario, you're going to have Bossk out. That's 4 cards. 4 new cards in your hand opens up a whole new array of possibilities. It's a one of in this deck. I feel like this deck has a perfect amount of bounties. Doesn't need to be messed with at all. Price on your head is basically replacing resupplies. It's going to be our 3rd, 4th, or 4th, 5th, and 6th ramp cards, along with Super Laser Technician. It is a 2 cost bounty upgrade. When you collect the bounty, put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. So that's just going to help us ramp. With Bossk out, it's doubly great. Everything's doubly great with Bossk out, right? Timely Intervention, a 1 cost. It is a event card. Play the unit from your hand, give it ambush for this phase. It also has Smuggle 2, green. So just another way for us to get out our IG-11s if we need to, or if we're sideboarding in some Kylos. Kylo and ambush can be really nice, especially in that when you're starting to pull into that late game and you're starting to feel a little bit worried. The Smuggle's nice too, so you can kind of just resource it if you don't need it right then. Next up, we got our boy Dengar. Dengar is a 1 cost ground unit, 2 attack, 2 HP. When you play an upgrade on a unit, you may deal 1 damage to that unit. Great card. Awesome card. You always want a Dengar in your starting hand. He is the best, especially if you, like I said, if you can pull a guild target where it costs 0 to make that 1 damage on your opponent and also place a bounty, then therefore be able to hit him again with Bossk. Um, this guy's great. You need him in the best opener for the hand. And speaking of the best opener for the hand, Stolen Land Speeder. All right, so Stolen Land Speeder is a 1-cost ground unit. When played, you play this unit from your hand, and opponent takes control of it, so it goes over to their side of the field. But it also has a bounty. If you own this unit, play it from your discard pile for free and give an experience token to it. So it's got a built-in bounty on it. So it's nice even if you don't have Guild Target and Dengar in your hand. Um, you know, like I said, it doesn't happen often, but if you can get a Stolen Land Speeder, a Dengar, and a Guild Target in your hand, you can have that Stolen Land Speeder over on your side at the start of turn 2 as a 4/3, already putting you ahead as far as tempo against your opponent. So really great card. You got to hit it though, right? It's kind of like one of those risks that you take. We've got First Legion Snow Troopers in here. First Legion Snow Trooper is really great because it works off of Bossk's ping ability. So it's easy to put, on turn 1, throw down a First Legion Snow Trooper, throw a Guild Target, hit him with a bounty. Next, you're going to be able to take him out with some Overwhelm, or they're going to have to waste something to remove it. It is a 2-cost ground unit, 2 attack, 3 HP, and does overwhelm damage when it's attacking a damaged unit. It gets +2/+0. Pretty nice in this deck. Next up, we have got Force Choke. We all know Force Choke from set 1. This goes well in this deck for against Sabine primarily. But it's just some red removal that we can have if we really need to get rid of something. There's some removal for you. But Tie Silent, it's a 3/2. It's a 3/2 space unit, 2 cost. The effect doesn't really mean much to us. I mean, it could with maybe a pillage or something. I don't know. I don't know how much value that would be, but it's a 3/2 space unit, and it's red and black. Let's see. We talked about Deathmark, Phase 3 Stormtrooper. We all know what he does. He's a 3/3 Sentinel and gets experience tokens when attacked. Let's see. Super Laser Tech. We all know Super Laser Tech. Great card. Probably one of the best cards in the game. We have Reputable Hunter. This is a new card from Shadows. It is a 3-cost ground unit, a 3 attack, 4 HP. If the enemy unit has bounty, this unit costs 1 less to play. Really great for us because most of the time he's a 2-cost 3/4. And he also helps out a mechanic that we'll talk about shortly in Toro Calican. The centerpiece. I would say there's 2 centerpieces of this deck, and if you can get them going, you're going to win. Okay? You get these 2 mechanics going. Toro and Punishing One. If you can get Punishing One and Toro working, boom, 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 you're golden. But let's go back to Toro, talk about him. So he's a 3-cost, 3/5, big booty, big booty, big booty. So when you play another Bounty Hunter, you may deal 1 damage to it if you do ready this unit. That's great. We're going to hit you for 6. You can only use it once around, but that's why we have Punishing One. When an upgraded enemy is defeated, you may ready this unit. Okay, so not only bounties, but if their leader's giving upgrades, giving experience tokens, then it gets to ready again and start going to work. That's another 6 damage. So like I said, if you can get Toro and Punishing One working in concert with each other, coming out of exhaustion, attacking twice per turn, you can really have an advantage on the opponent. Let's see. Next up, we have Jango Fett. Jango Fett is better than he looks. Okay, he's a 4-cost, 3 attack, 6 HP ground unit. While attacking a unit with bounty, this unit gets +3/+0 and gains overwhelm. When this unit attacks and defeats a unit, draw a card. So it's got a lot of awesome effects. pretty decent stats, I suppose. Not super great, but um, he comes out with ECL, so you want to ECL this guy in when you need to get rid of something that's really posing a problem early on. You want to save the ECL for IG-11 for the most part, but if you need to, Django is a good ECL target. Gets you some overwhelm, hopefully, if there's a bounty, and also gets you to get you that card draw that helps so much sustaining yourself later on into the game. Overwhelming Barrage needs no introduction. Again, one of the best cards in the game, and it came out of set 1. Um, this is just always going to be one of the greatest cards in the game, I think. So, got to have OBs, 3 of them in there. IG-11 has been great since I've kept playing the deck and learning the deck. Using ECL and bringing in IG-11 on turn 5, it's just such a overpowered card. It's only a 5-drop. It's 6 attack, 5 HP. It cannot be captured. If it is, it defeats them and deals 3 damage to each enemy ground unit. And on attack, you may deal 3 damage to a damaged ground unit. So those games where you're kind of getting beat up on a little bit, maybe against a Sabine, they've got maybe a Battlefield Marine out, and they just put a Fleet Lieutenant out. They're really beating you up. But you're able to do a little bit of damage with Bossk's ping to the Battlefield Marine, ECL on Fleet Lieutenant, ambush Fleet Lieutenant, and deal the 3 damage on the Battlefield Marine. Can change the tempo. Again, this is more of a tempo style deck. It's all about keeping the tempo of the game going, staying aggressive, and getting in those points. Ruthless Raider. He is a 6-cost space unit, 4 attack, 6 defense. When played and when defeated, you deal 2 damage to an enemy base and 2 damage to an enemy unit. It dodges a lot of removal, especially seeing a lot of Kira. I'm seeing some Palpatine blue, seeing some Bossk blue now. Dodges a lot of the takedown, but also can almost put your opponent into a weird position where if he dies, they lose. So it's just a really great card, really fun card to play with. Can be ECL'd out for 6 damage, so it's pretty great card there. I love the fact that it dodges removal. And last but not least, in the main deck, we have 3 Mauls here. Works well with the underworld tag. You're able to transfer that damage over maybe to a punishing one a little bit later in the game. It's kind of it's a really kind of cool thematically, I feel like, to just keep Maul up. So, ambushing out Maul for some overwhelm damage and continuing to hit with your Toro multiple times. I think having IG out a couple turns before Maul is great. And the fact that Bossk comes out on 5 means that he is around during the time that you're gonna start going for the kill, right? Bossk will be out around the same time as IG-11. You can even play IG-11 and Bossk in the same turn, which is pretty insane. But Maul is here to go ahead and mop everything up and bring home the victory for us. If we want to move over to our side deck, first card we have in there is, of course, Top Target. The biggest reason being that if you can claim Top Target while Bossk is alive, you will gain 12 health back. It's off aspect. It does cost 3 in this deck, but it is crucial against Sabines and other aggro decks to at least get a little bit of health back to be able to survive. Sabine is a hard matchup for this deck. Next, we have the 2 Confiscates. Works well with against Darksaber against Sabine, Boba's Armor against Boba. It's just something that you're seeing a lot more in side decks to deal with the current meta. Another Force Choke. Got another 3rd Force Choke in the side deck for Sabine and other aggro decks. It's just really great to be able to know, if you're at 3 resources and you have a bounty hunter's quarry, right? You're going to be able to claim that turn because it's only a 2 cost, does 5 damage. Most stuff it takes out. So that's basically a guaranteed bounty collect right there. And if Bossk is out, even better. Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren unit. Super underrated card from my perspective before I started playing this deck. It's a 6 cost, 6 attack, 6 attack, 7 health. While playing this unit, ignore his villainy aspect penalty if you control Rey. Okay, so I saw that first and I was like, that's alright. You know, whatever. You get to play villainy with heroic. But his second ability is where it gets spicy. On attack, give a unit +2/+0 for this phase. If it's a non-villainy unit, also give an experience token to it. Okay. I don't care about that experience token. I'm hitting for 8 off ECL. So, awesome, awesome card. If the main deck didn't run like just a mechanical marvel, I might put Kylo into the main deck. But like I said, I'm no deck technician, so I'm going to stick to what the pros put together here. But Kylo feels really great post board against mid range. Yeah, him and Maul. As far as taking them out, I usually put them both in, and I'll usually take out a stolen land speeder and maybe a snow trooper lieutenant and throw them in there. So great card, love Kylo. And finally, we have 2 of the big boys, 2 crate dragons. I've been playing at locals. I actually got second at a store showdown last weekend with this deck, and I tried him post board and never really got to him. I don't know if that's just because of the way the decks were shaping up for the tournament, but I never got to him. So I would say he would come in more of the control versus more of the control type decks, and just to give you something later on where you're not just completely out of gas if that happens, if you don't already beat them, right? So yeah, so this is the deck that I have been playing. Like I said, I went second at a store showdown. I was pretty proud of that. My goal was to get a top 4, and I got second. Wasn't that many players, but still felt pretty nice to get the finalist promo. But without further ado, we are going to jump in and play a few games here. So before we get started on the games, I just wanted to thank everybody that has subscribed since the last video. The last video did pretty well, so hopefully this one can follow suit. But I'm coming up on the 100th subscriber, so if you would take this time to like and subscribe to the channel for more deck techs and other Star Wars Unlimited content, I appreciate you. I'm hoping to do a giveaway maybe on the 100th follower. Let me know in the comments what prize you guys would like to see. Alright, so we get to play against a Boba Yellow. Joy, joy, joy. We're going to go ahead and just play the main deck. So starting out, we've got two of our 3 that we want. We have no Dengar here. We do have Super Laser Tech, and we do have plays. But I think I'm going to keep, just because we have plays. I don't want to risk it. Maybe we'll draw out on a Dengar. No Dengar, no land speeder. We are going to go ahead and probably resource the Super Laser Tag just so that we have uses for our bounties. So right here, I don't know. I mean, I've already played it, so I'll put it on him. Alright, we got a Toro. So I imagine he'll probably run my... Let's see, Carter Resource. Don't need another Kylo to tie silencer. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take him out, claim that bounty. You know what we actually could do here is attack. Go ahead and attack with the tie silencer. Let's go. Price on his head. And we'll kill him. Claim the bounties. Now we are one step ahead here. We're going to keep a Dengar so that we can ready our Toro. He has readied his Toro. Play our own Toro. Play a Dengar. Ready our Toro. Attack base. Deploy Bossk. Attack base. Now it's off to the races. We got an OB, which is very good. It's going to help us a lot. We got us a guild target. This is tough. We got Bossk out. We're going for the kill. So if we could go guild target on him. Go overwhelming barrage. We're gonna hit 3. We got 6. So we're gonna hit Greedo. We're gonna hit for 1. Boba Fett we hit for 3. Toro we hit for none. I guess. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. Collect again. Now we're swinging, baby. Now we're swinging. He's at 5. Now we're swinging. Let's go. I think that's GG. Super aggressive play. It was great. A lot of fun with the bounties. It's a lot. It's pretty difficult to play. It can be difficult to play, but with enough practice, it's a lot of fun. Game 2. All right, guys. Game number 2. We're gonna play against the Grand Inquisitor Blue. Let's see how the main deck does here. Again, we're not getting the bounties. We need bounties in our first hand. That's a lot of bounties, but we did get a Dengar, which is great. We know we can resource timely intervention here, and possibly a I hate to get rid of possibly a bounty hunter's Quora because we're going to try to get some ramp here in the first couple of turns. So, all right, so we are going to get rid of one of the quarries and timely intervention. Okay, he'll play out a Hylabon. Hopefully we can survive with Dengar, which I think we will. We should. Okay, so we'll be able to get Quarry this turn, which is great. And we take out one of his units. Pull out our 3/4. It's a great pull on turn 1. On our card draw, we drew another Dengar. We could probably go ahead and get rid of him. I'm going to throw a price on your head here. Try to get ramped up. 1 damage from Dengar. You can even kill him with Reputable Hunter. May as well go ahead and do that. Grab our bounty. Pass. So stolen land speeder here isn't bad if we had a bounty. I'm going to get rid of Super Laser Tech and kind of hold off on that. See if we can pull that off a little later in the game. Power of the Dark Side is going to hit, I think. We've gotten everything we can out of Dengar at this point. So we'll go ahead and just attack in with Reputable Hunter. And then we'll drop the big boy, IG-88. And, like I said, same turn, deploy that Bossk. That's why the ramp is so important. I've got a IG-88 and a Bossk and a Reputable Hunter out on turn 3. We've got our OB, which is very good. I think since we got rid of Dengar, land speeder is not going to be much help here. He'll take down IG, unfortunately. Going with Bossk. Sorry about the dog. Alright. Hold them all. That's good. We're kind of right on curve here. We want to see Maul come in and kind of finish the game out. We should be able to get some good damage in here. He's got a lot of removal, but I just don't think it's going to be quite enough. Alright, that should be it. We did get a Ruthless Raider to finish him off with. That was just all around good hand, good draws. GG. Didn't start it, but we're going to Palpatine Green. So try this. Try this one. We've got the crates in there, and we've got the Kylos in there. I think we're good to go. Actually, I would like to mulligan. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know I had 2 of those. Damn. Fell into my trap. See, I think we might be able to get a nice little jig off here. Let's see. This is kind of... he stole him. Man, that sucks. Abort, abort, abort. It's just throwing wrench after wrench in my plans. Come on, green palps. Your move, bud. Let's go. Come on. I don't know why it asked them. Weird. Get our tour out there. See if we can get lucky enough. Couldn't find a bounty hunter, but we can get a punishing one. Now we are... Oh no. Fuck. I missed 4 damage. That's not good. Alright, so we did get another bounty hunter. That is not good. Let's go 6. Now I gotta work extra hard to claw back here. I'm gonna give it to Palp. Oh, you can't give it to them. You can't go on non-unique unit. Who's he gonna pick? Probably should pick Bossk. It's gonna suck if I lose by like 4 or less. Basically gave him a free 4 health. But you kind of see the gist of it. You combo out and stuff just starts getting crazy. If you can get that quarry with the Bossk out, it's crazy. Especially if you get a Toro first time. And if it's not a unique unit, it's 10 cards each time. It's nuts. He's not really been drawing too well, so who knows? Might pull out on top. If he would. Go ahead and choose. Okay, so he did choose my Bossk. I will claim 4 and 12 is 8. Do I have a timely? I do not have my timely and smuggle. figure out. Oh shit, that's okay. It's all right. We'll see what he pulls out here. So he's not gonna take the. Okay. And for 6. Hit me for 8. Okay. Kylo Ren, Mr. Kylo Ren has arrived. I really wish I had. And that's it for him. Good game. Nice game pulled out in the mid-range. Oh, he took it back and claimed. Interesting. Let's see what kind of tricks he's got up his sleeve here. Oh, so he took it back so he could claim and win. I got you. All right. Well, we all saw what happened there. I claimed and hit him and won, but whatever. Don't care. Really, what's important is you see how these units come out so fast and are able to work with each other in a really cool way to give you a nice little mid-range aggro type deck. Still didn't make it to the Crate Dragons though, so I'm sure that one time I don't put them in, they will be neat. All right, so quick recap on how that went. I think we had some pretty good games, some very close games. The third one we should have won, but he did undo and he was able to beat me. But we saw a lot of really great combos. We saw how Toro can do a lot of damage. We didn't really see punishing one too much, but I promise you, if you can get him out turn 3, he can be great. Especially if you can get Toro out with a double quarry claim with Bossk and then another bounty hunter. Now you're doing big damage. We saw how IG-88 really comes out and demands an answer. We didn't see much Django in there yet, unfortunately, but I promise you, if you keep practicing this deck and learning the combos, learning the setups, and learning the lines, you will have not only win quite a bit, but you will have a really, really great time with this deck. One of my favorites so far. Again, shout out to Chrono for building the skeleton of this deck. I appreciate you. I can't wait to see what else you do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you want to see a particular deck tech next, just let me know. But until then, appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day.